Every step you take on a patch of fresh grass or the soft grit of a sandy beach is invisible therapy for your body. While scrolling through mindless social feeds, your nervous system gets jumbled and your stress hormones climb. But a simple, barefoot walk outside can send a signal to your brain that everything's okay, calming your heart and easing tight muscles, like a quiet button pressed by the earth itself. If you've ever felt that instant relief after hugging a tree, or wondered why athletes swear by walking barefoot, this video uncovers exactly why and how the ground works its calming magic on the cells in your body. We'll break it down into everyday moments, show you quick ways to reconnect, and inside we'll share a surprising tip that could change how you feel by the time you're done. Get ready to discover the science behind the spa of the outdoors. No lab coats required. The lost connection with the earth. Modern living keeps most of us far from the ground. Urban dwellers spend hours inside heated, carpeted rooms where the floor is made of plastic or laminate. Even when we step outside, concrete and asphalt push our feet too far to feel the damp, earthy texture. A clip-on sidewalk or a plastic bench with a rubber shoe sole keeps our skin from touching the soil that stores millions of free electrons. The electrical wiring in houses is designed to keep us safe, but it also keeps us from the Earth's natural charge. When we touch a metallic outlet or a switched-on appliance, the circuitry redirects any excess electrons back into the house's grounding system rather than letting them flow into our bodies. The result is a subtle but consistent lack of natural grounding. This disconnect is amplified by modern footwear, especially rubber stud sneakers, which insulate the feet from the ground. Life is increasingly indoors, especially for children, whose playtime is concentrated around screen-filled lofts and indoor parks. A child who spends hours laptop-centered is less likely to feel the teeny touch of soil in a backyard or the coolness of grass under bare feet. That missing sensory input can lower a child's ability to regulate stress hormones and reduce feelings of calm. Parents who step outside and allow their kids to kick a ball on a backyard lawn can notice better focus and clearer reactions compared to days spent on a treadmill or a skateboard lane. The missing earth touch can show up in simple ways. Adults who routinely stand on hardwood floors and never return barefoot might find themselves with recurring headaches or restless nights. Reverse the scenario. Taking a 15-minute walk, barefoot on grass, has been linked to a drop in blood pressure and brighter mood. Contact with real earth is not just a novelty. It can recalibrate our rhythm and help us feel grounded in bodily, mental, and even social terms. The physics of the process. How grounding works. The Earth contains a vast reservoir of electric charge, mostly a slight negative dipole that is spread over the entire globe. When a person touches a conductive surface that connects to the ground, such as a metal garden hose or a stretch of unpaved dirt, the body's excess positive charge can flow to the earth. Imagine walking barefoot on grass after spending time in a luxurious hotel room where the air is dry and static builds up. As soon as you step onto the field, the charged molecules in your skin pour out into the soil, like a cautious leak of water draining from a full bottle. In electrical terms, the body and the earth form a simple capacitor, a pair of plates separated by an insulating layer of air or tiny objects like dust. The capacity of this capacitor is huge because the earth is immense. Consequently, even a tiny current, far below the threshold that could harm a person, can neutralize the electrical imbalance inside the body. Think of it as turning off a light that has been left on. The flicker stops instantly, and the circuit is balanced again. This neutralizing flow reduces a subtle yet persistent form of electrical stress on cells. Every cell membrane holds a small voltage difference between its inside and outside, similar to a tiny battery. Inflammation and chronic pain are associated with a higher internal charge. When the body's charge is steadied by grounding, these voltage differences stabilize, decreasing the trigger for inflammatory cascades. A practical illustration. After a day of office work, a person lounging on a wooden floor tends to feel less stiffness. The contact with the grounded surface helps reset the neuromuscular signal. Modern grounding setups frequently use conductive wires tied directly to earth or rubber-soled shoes connected to a connected metal rod. Athletes sometimes wear grounding pads during rest after a match to aid muscle recovery, noting quicker reductions in soreness. Simple exposure, for instance, sitting on a concrete patio during a thunderstorm, offers a freely available pathway for electrons to balance. In everyday life, a routine walk in a park fulfills the same physics. Touching a rocky path or tree trunk provides the conduit that allows the body's stored positive charge to calm down, restoring the equilibrium that prolongs comfort. Key health benefits of contact with the earth. Direct contact with the ground can quiet the body's overzealous stress machinery. When you walk barefoot on grass, your feet absorb tiny particles that send gentle signals to the nervous system. These signals help lower cortisol, the hormone that keeps you on edge, and make you feel calmer. Short stretches of time added to daily walks often cut the number of headaches people report. In another way, being on Earth may help the heart rate clock inside us tick more evenly. The pulse that races during adrenaline spikes slows down when skin touches soil. This creates a type of natural rhythm that can improve blood flow in arteries. Easy examples include sitting on a wooden bench in a park or simply standing under a tree while you sip your coffee. The relief of a smooth, steady heartbeat feels incredibly grounding, like a sturdy ship in calm waters. Pain is another area where earth contact shows promise. Chronic aches in joints, back, and shoulders frequently ease after a little time on pavement or a damp lawn. The slightest nervous stimulation from the ground sends your body's own pain-merging signals into harmony. A simple experiment. Place a towel on your back and walk barefoot. Then check if the stiffness loosens as you continue. That could become a routine companion to conventional stretching. Finally, everyday exposure to natural electromagnetic waves from soil seems to step up the immune guard. This boost does not come from a magical spell. It is a response to invisible energy that balances white blood cell activity. The result is fewer colds among people who spend afternoons on sandy paths. Light, practical habits, like leaving shoes at the gate, taking lunch breaks outdoors, or placing a plant in a sunny corner, can keep this protective force in circulation. Practice how to ground yourself correctly. Standing barefoot on damp grass sends a gentle, electrical current from your feet into the earth's ground, lowering inflammation in the body. The charge reaches cellular membranes, helping to balance the electric fields that influence muscle and nerve activity. Research shows that people who walk barefoot outdoors report feeling less stiffness in joints and lower levels of discomfort after long periods of sitting. If you can't get outdoors, grounding mats or sheets mimic this effect by connecting a conductive surface to a grounded outlet. Place the mat on a hardwood or concrete floor, or lay a sheet on your mattress to quietly receive the earth's resonance while you sleep. You might wonder how long to spend in contact with the earth for real benefit. Studies suggest that 20 to 30 minutes of uninterrupted grounding is enough to notice a change. During that window, the body's stress hormones fall and heart rate variability can improve, a sign of better autonomic balance. A quick way to incorporate grounding into a busy day is to step outside at the noon hour. Close your eyes, breathe deep, and feel the soil beneath your boots. Light distractions are normal. The key is to keep your attention focused on the grounding sensation rather than your phone. Grounding is not limited to walking. You can also ground yourself at a farmer's market or a botanical garden by touching the soil before assembling groceries. When you're indoors, the simplest method is to lift a pair of socks, place your bare feet on a hardwood floor, and sit quietly for a few minutes. People with chronic pain often find that a few minutes of grounding after each meal reduces swelling and eases muscle tension. Extending the practice to 10 minutes after dinner can help reset the nervous system before bedtime. Beyond simple contact, the choice of equipment matters. Grounding mats typically have a metal plate with a copper wire that attaches to a grounded channel or a grounded outlet. The metal plate places a low-impedance path to the earth, allowing electrons to move freely. Bedding inserts with copper cords are popular for nighttime grounding. They sit between the mattress and you, letting the nightly rest encourage a stable, electric flow. Some developers have even added conductive fibers to athletic clothing, enabling runners to get a light grounding boost while on the trail, though the full effect is still uncertain. For those who prefer not to remove shoes frequently, grounding shoes available on the market attach via a grounded connector that links to an outlet. While the shoe's sole conducts electrons to the earth, the wearer can keep a normal stride outside. Incorporating grounding practices into physical work, such as gardening or construction, is common for workers who already have consistent contact with the ground. A quick, ground check can be part of a daily routine. After finishing a task, pause, place your hands on the earth, and feel the subtle sense of balance return. We've seen that grounding isn't a fancy trick. It's just putting your feet on the earth and letting the planet's unseen energy help your body reset. The simple act of walking barefoot on a lawn, lying in a park, or even standing with your shoes off while you talk on the phone can calm your nervous system, reduce swelling, help you sleep better, and bring a calm that feels almost like a natural reset button. So the key takeaways: touch the earth, even gently, and let the ground's tiny negative charge smooth out your body's electrical storms. Go outside, feel the grass under your feet, or sit in a tree. Simple, free, and totally accessible. Notice the changes in your mood, tension, and breathing. Those are the signals that grounding is doing its job. If you've tried grounding already, tell us what felt different in the comments. Your stories are the best proof. Or if you're new to it, start by taking a 5-minute walk barefoot around your yard this week. It's time for a gentle reminder. Every time you step onto the earth, you're giving your body a quick recharge, and that's something worth remembering each day. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, tap subscribe, and share. And we'll be back next week with a fresh look at how plain old sleep hygiene can turbocharge your health. Stay grounded and stay curious.